5 prophetic signs God is using your pain to position you for purpose. There are battles you cannot Google your way through. When the grief sets in, when the doctor calls, when the casket closes, when the silence in your room screams louder than the crowd, you will find yourself alone with your mind, and that's where the real warfare begins. But what if that loneliness isn't just suffering? What if it's strategy? What if the silence isn't an absence of God, but an invitation to encounter Him differently? Because before God ever elevates, He separates. Before He reveals purpose, He often removes the noise. And before He delivers you publicly, He will refine you privately. That's when we begin to recognize the first sign. 1, you're being isolated. But it's not punishment, it's preparation. Every day, you're alone in your own mind, and that space can quickly become a battlefield. If you don't take spiritual authority over your thoughts, they'll begin to take authority over you. God allows isolation to break distractions and bring you into intimacy with Him. The mental battle becomes the battleground for destiny. Your mind is powerful, not just because of psychology, but because God breathed into it, and the enemy knows it. So he doesn't always attack your circumstances. Sometimes he just whispers, "You'll never heal. This is all there is. You're not strong enough." But here's what God says: be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12 verse 2, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. Philippians 2 verse 5, God does His greatest deliverance, not just in your body, but in your thoughts. And sometimes deliverance starts when you decide, I will not surrender my peace to fear. I will not let grief write my final chapter. I will get up again. You can't always change the season you're in, but by the Spirit of God, you can choose how you think in it. That's not mind over matter. That's mind submitted to the Spirit. You may not be able to shift the storm, but you can anchor your mind in the Spirit while it rages. Because spiritual warfare isn't just about what you rebuke, it's about what you refuse to believe, okay? And when your thoughts come under heaven's government, even in weakness, you stand with power. That leads us to the second sign. 2, you feel broken, but you're still standing. You kept moving, broken, bandaged, and bruised, but unstoppable. God doesn't remove all the pain, but He empowers you to stand in it. Brokenness is no match for divine resilience. Maybe you're walking through your own version of a storm. You've cried until there were no tears. You've prayed, but still feel the silence. You've wondered if healing is even possible anymore. Yet, here you are, broken, maybe, but breathing. Doubting, maybe, but still showing up. That's the proof you haven't quit. And where there's still breath, there's still purpose. God says, I am near to the brokenhearted. Psalm 34 verse 18. Though you fall, you will not be cast down. Psalm 37 verse 24. The enemy hoped the pain would paralyze you, but God is using it to purify you. He's not ignoring your grief. He's shaping your strength through it. Grief doesn't mean God is gone. Pain doesn't mean purpose has passed you by. Sometimes it's the fire that reveals the gold. And as the old version of you breaks apart, He's not punishing you. He's rebuilding you. Because when the familiar begins to fall away, it's a sure sign that God is birthing something new. Let's talk about the third sign. 3, your normal is changing. God is making you uncomfortable to birth a new identity. God is shifting your normal, where daily suffering isn't defeat. It's the womb of transformation. What once broke you is now building you. When the old comforts no longer fit and suffering feels constant, it's a sign God is elevating your capacity. He's not just changing your situation, He's changing who you are. There was a time you wanted to be somebody, not for applause, not for followers, not for a title. You just wanted to look in the mirror and not feel ashamed. Maybe that's you today. Maybe you're tired of pretending, tired of smiling while dying inside, tired of feeling like you've disappointed God, disappointed others, and even yourself. It's that feeling, that ache, that's called accountability. Not the kind that condemns. It's the kind that says, I know there's more in me. I know God created me for more than this, okay? And I'm tired of settling. But here's the truth. The enemy and the world won't tell you. You don't find peace first. You fight through the fire to reach it. You walk through grief. You wrestle with the silence. Okay, you show up broken and still surrender. And then, when you thought all was lost, God reveals a version of you you've never seen before. Peace doesn't come before the suffering. It is born through it. That's why Isaiah 26 verse 3 says, you will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on you, because he trusts in you. Peace isn't found in avoidance. It's found in trust, through the storm. You don't have to live disappointed in yourself anymore. You don't have to keep performing for love or working to be enough. God is not waiting for your perfection. He's waiting for your surrender. Maybe you're tired of trying, tired of showing up broken, tired of repeating the same steps and wondering if anything's changing. But heaven sees what repetition is doing in you. Every time you go back again, grace meets you again. You're not circling in failure. You're being stretched into strength. And here's the deeper truth. God never asked you to be perfect. He asked you to be present. You don't have to keep performing. Just surrender. Let's go deeper into this next sign. For you're being stretched repeatedly because endurance is your oil. God keeps sending you back, not to punish you, but to prepare you. Every repetition is oil for the assignment ahead. Repetition and hardship are forging spiritual muscle memory. What feels like delay is divine endurance training. You're being equipped for longevity, not just breakthrough. And I know, walking in daily obedience isn't glamorous. Doing the right thing when no one claps. Saying no when your flesh screams yes. Laying down your pride when you're still bleeding. It's hard. It's lonely. It's holy. But hear the word of the Lord today. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy. Psalm 126 verse 5. After you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace will restore you, confirm you, strengthen you, and establish you. 1 Peter 5 verse 10. You're not just surviving grief. You're walking into glory. You're not just enduring pain. You're being refined in the fire for purpose. Grief is not just something you walk through. It's something God uses to bring you into deeper glory. Your tears have been counted. Your suffering is not wasted. But hear this. Before God launches you forward, He brings you inward. Because purpose isn't just about where you're going. It's about who you are becoming. And now, the fire shifts. It's not just around you, but within you. It's time to face what's been hiding under the ashes. Let's talk about the last sign. 5. You're facing yourself. Because your calling requires internal authority. I didn't love myself. I wanted everyone else to love me, but I had to find myself in the fire. God won't let you move forward until you reconcile with who you are. This is the refining fire that unlocks authentic purpose. And to fully embrace that purpose, you must confront one final battlefield, yourself. Because the next breakthrough doesn't come from the outside. It's being forged within. Every time you rise, choose peace, walk through the grief, and refuse to settle, you are stepping closer to the version of you God always saw. Make these declarations because they are more than declarations. They are divine decisions. I will rise from disappointment. I will choose peace, even when it's costly. I will walk through the grief, and I will meet God there. I will not settle for a version of me that God never wrote. I will suffer with purpose, endure with grace, and emerge with peace. Because I know God is healing my mind, and He's rewriting my story. I may be wounded, but I'm not done. I may be weeping, but I'm still walking. My mind may be a battlefield, but my God is my deliverer. This will not end in despair. It will end in glory. If this word spoke to your spirit, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video so others can find it. Share it with someone who needs strength for their season. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a prophetic encouragement like this. And drop a comment below. Let us know which part resonated with you most, or how God is meeting you in the fire.